That's right. This bit hasn't gotten old yet.
I was literally just thinking about it. I'm like, I guess it's like the intro to every episode now or
Yeah,
something.
that's right. I am your host of the Broken English Brothers, Brooker English, and this is my brother co-host, Carter. Say hi, Carter.
Hello. I don't know which game, but yeah.
It's this.
It is going to be the main one. Okay, cool. Yeah.
So what's going on in Carter's world?
Just trying to have a semblance of productivity. I've been off for a while, and I don't know. I'm like, oh, I got to work on this on my project, and I have all day, and I want to say majority of the day is just me paralyzed, unable to do anything.
Like why? Why does that happen?
It just gets so overwhelming trying to work on my project sometimes. I'm just like it just gives me a bunch of anxiety after a certain point.
I know how you feel. Sometimes you just gotta get in there. You start cutting.
Well, I mean, I'll start and then I'll just be like,
just the scope.
I don't know. I've been trying to figure it out. I have always dealt with this, and when I was driving over here, I was just like, maybe this is just how it's gonna be sometimes, and
you can't give up.
I'm not gonna give up, but yeah, I mean, it's just like sometimes that's just how it be, I guess. It's sucky, and it's not gonna be done pretty well. It's just like I listen to myself when it's like I'm overwhelmed or like nervous, or not nervous, but like I don't know. I get like this morning I was working on it, and I don't know. I've been operating on like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, so I haven't been doing super good sleep wise, and I think that makes it hard. And then, yeah.
This probably doesn't help doing the show.
Well, I don't think it would change a whole lot. The issue is like I can't go to sleep the last like 2 weeks, last like week and a half or so.
Take that tonin.
I do. It just doesn't always work.
Doesn't help?
Yeah, it's anxiety. It's just like thinking of like I don't know. It's just like anxiety. It just keeps me up. My brain will figure out something to stress about.
Have you heard that song, Anxiety?
No.
It's like, you know the song, which I know you have heard, it's like somebody that I used to know.
Oh, yeah.
It's like anxiety.
That's what it's about?
Well, no.
Oh.
Somebody made they sampled that song.
Oh, okay.
I guess you haven't heard it, but
No.
people were shitting on it. They're like, this song's terrible, but it would hit like top 100 or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. That's one of the things that I've been trying to avoid lately is just interacting with strangers on the internet.
You said you're trying to avoid that?
I'm trying to avoid that. By that I mean like unverified strangers. Like it's just like I have no problem like interacting with people and I like doing that, but it's just like seeing in so many like stuff on like Twitter or YouTube comments or something, not on our channel or anything, but like just in general, and I'm just like,
yeah, we don't get comments.
yeah, and I'm just like, I don't know if this is AI anymore, and it's just like, I don't know if these are bots or somebody's being set up to.
Well, yeah, remember that whole Twitter deal where it was like it showed where people were coming from, and then it was like
that's the thing. It's like knowing that it's just like it's hard to engage with anything online, which is really frustrating because it's just like that's typically what I'm using to like distract myself. So like I'll have like just break periods where I'm just on my phone for a couple of hours, and I don't normally do that. I only do that when my anxiety is like keeping me from doing anything else. Because like if I'm trying to sleep, like my mind will just go on the fritz and I'll start like getting really not good, and I'm just trying to get my mind off everything. But usually it's like my mind has to get on the other stuff, and it's just like you said there was like something political you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, my feet.
What?
Well, I don't know if you watched that episode, but I have put the sheaths on my feet. I'm trying to keep true to my word that I'm not gonna show my feet off on this video on the podcast anymore.
Why? Is this a bit? Yes.
Yes, but no. If you did watch the episode with me and Julie, I talked about this.
I haven't gotten around to it. I'm just being frank.
Never will.
I don't know, but I haven't gotten.
I haven't
gotten around to the episode that we did.
I've watched every episode that I'm not in. Okay.
Okay. Well, I've watched every episode in general up until the
just
you and
kidding.
Julie video and the me and then the following video.
It's a joke because I'm in every episode. I guess
Oh.
technically, video-wise, I wasn't in the episode with you and Dad, but
Yeah, that's
but I
true.
was there, and my voice was on camera or whatever.
Yeah. No, I just haven't gotten around to watching.
No, it's
some
fine.
Of it.
It's
Yeah.
not really. I'm not like busting your balls. It's just in that episode, I was like, no, I'm not going to share my tootsies on camera anymore because like we're always barefoot, because this is just one of my bedrooms.
Yeah. I have socks on too.
But yeah, I'm not. I'm going to wear socks from now
That's
on.
not political. You made me.
No,
think.
okay, that was a joke.
Oh, okay.
I actually do have something I want to talk about, but it's so stupid.
I wonder if it's the same thing I want to talk
It's about. It's tangential to a famous YouTuber, right? But it is political.
Oh, is it the Erika Kirk thing?
Yeah.
The
Is that what you
Druski.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've been seeing all day of sending
You know
memes
what-
to Sequoia
You know
about it.
what's so funny to me is I watched the actual video.
You know, she sent him a lot, like
I don't believe that's real.
he posted that,
posted
and
it.
she
I don't
has
think-
also been threatening publicly that
she's
she's
been
like, I'm
saying stuff.
gonna send a.
A cease and desist. or
I don't know if it's like it's straight up. She's just skipping the cease and desist. She's just like, you're defamatory and defaming me or something. I don't know. It's like
The thing is, so he has plausible deniability because he never even said her name.
Yeah.
He said just conservative women. And
yeah, white conservative women.
So there's a couple things I want to talk about with that. The main one is I don't believe that cease and desist letter is real.
You don't
and
think it's real?
If it is, you know what I'm getting at, right? Like the letterhead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It just says Erika Kirk, and then
The first title says widow.
look this up.
I'm being serious. It says like widow, mother, leader, or something like that.
Leader.
And that's the order.
Because I sent them all to. I was watching Doodle Dots.
I don't know what that is.
I do.
But look it up. But that's why I don't think it's real because I'm like that feels way too on the nose. Like that's your letterhead, widow. Like it's like you're proud of it. Like if I was, I don't know, I wouldn't be proud to be a.
She was, yeah. I don't. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be ashamed, but no. Okay, so it's tangential to politics. That's why I'm like even entertaining it. But here's my hot take. I watched the actual video that he posted, and I'm like, it wasn't even funny. I didn't even find it funny.
I thought,
except the part where he was doing like the death stare, because she does do that. But other than that, like all the rest, I was just like, this is not even funny. It's just like.
I think it's humorous. I smirked.
I think.
It didn't make me laugh like the pastor one he did.
I just know he did.
Give it up! Give it up! I think it's funnier when you know what he's referencing firsthand, and I don't really keep up.
Well, I knew what he was referencing.
Yeah, like her. I don't know what her whole. I don't watch her interviews.
She just comes out in like these like sparkly suits.
I know, but like that's the thing is like he probably has her mannerisms and stuff down, and
I don't know.
And I wouldn't know because I don't really watch her stuff.
But I gave it a shot because I just it's everywhere on my feed or whatever, and I'm just like it's not even that funny. And then there is like the hot button issue about like whiteface versus
I heard
blackface.
she was gonna make a blackface video in response, but I don't know if that's like a meme or
I've
like
been
they're
seeing
lying.
and I don't want to get myself into hot water here, but I've been seeing a bunch of like sentiments like from black people saying like, no, this is entirely different because blackface is rooted in like racism and like the minstrel shows.
Yeah.
And so there's history with it, but whiteface, it's like, no, you're not being racist at all or whatever. And like, so anyway, they say it's like, oh, it's not really a double standard, but white people are saying that it is. I'm like, I don't know, but I do feel like, when you say blackface, it does have the connotation of the racism, like with the minstrel shows where it's like, it's a caricature of a black person. Like,
yeah,
they have these, exaggerated features or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think obviously like that's way different than, just say like, tanning your face black or whatever, and just like doing something like that, because he's doing the same. I feel like there's nuance though with like
There's nuance. It's also, I mean, it's just like, there's punching down. I mean, that's the thing. It's just like,
that was another sentiment.
yeah, it's just like, well, are you punching down or are you punching up? Because it's just like, if you're punching down, like, you're not gonna get a whole lot of respect. Nobody like really respects people who punch down.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just like, I don't know. And that's the thing, is like, I don't even know if the conversation's real anymore. I really don't know, like, if, like, it's just, what's that word, astroturfed, like, we just need something to talk about, and it's like, oh, this guy Druski did this is what we're going to talk about now. And it's just like, oh, okay, and just people go along with whatever they're told to talk about. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it is funny. I mean, it is funny just seeing her reaction to it and having the whole, like,
yeah, like freaking out. I mean, that's the whole thing.
Well, that's the funny thing with like all those free speech advocates, like that whole podcast sphere and stuff. I was listening to a radio hour this morning, and it was just like playing like video of like this one guy that would be on JR's podcast, and it's just like, it's like, you can't joke about that. they were having like these audio clips of like these like oppressed people being beaten or something. He's like, you can't talk about that or something like that. And it's just funny because it's like these guys were like, it's like, you got to be able to talk about free speech, and showing those clips.
Until you do.
And then it's just like, oh, well, now you're the butt of the joke. It's suddenly different. It's just like,
I mean, and that's always going to happen. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just always going to happen that way. Just like, oh yeah, well, you should be able to do this, and then now that happens to you, well, hold on, guys, let's
well,
talk.
Hold on. Yeah, their whole thing was just like, well, it's a bit different for me because I saw a pregnant woman watched your jokes and she felt bad, and that could kill the baby. And he was being serious about that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he was just like, a pregnant woman saw that video.
Are you talking about
like, JR? He had a guest on it.
And that person was being serious?
And that person was being serious because they were like...
What were they talking about?
I think Elephant Graveyard.
Oh, really?
They were talking about Elephant Graveyard and how he was making fun of him.
Wait, so JR's aware now?
They won't talk about it, but one of JR's amigos in the sphere, the close sphere, has his own podcast, and people are like, so did you see it? And he's like, yeah, I saw it. It was funny. And he didn't talk about it. And then later, like, it's like, no, he didn't see it, because then he's like, yeah, they were saying all this stuff about me, and whatever, I don't care, but a pregnant woman saw that, and she could have died, and her baby could have died because she started stressing out. You're making a pregnant woman saw that? Like, that's dangerous. You're hurting people. It's like,
it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, I guess.
Have you seen? I already know the answer, but I'm gonna bring it up. Unless there's more you want to talk about with that. I'm going to bring him up again, even though that's what he wants, and that's the whole point. You don't even know who I'm going to talk about.
The guy with the...
Yes.
Yes, yeah. I did know who you're talking about. It's so stupid.
Very good. No, so I watched the full interview with him and Andrew Callahan. And
did I do the whole Andrew Callahan thing on camera?
I don't remember.
I think it was after the thing.
Well, yeah, no, you did it afterwards.
Whoa, what do you think of that? Whoa. And why? It's like, that's his whole... we're at the DNCA, so why do you think this? Whoa. The greatest interview of this generation.
Okay.
But you did point out, like, his actual interviews, not his street interviews
I
are
think
actually...
there's some credit to what you're saying, and even if there's not, it's still funny, because you could kind of characterize it.
My whole thing is like, I do think it's good what he, like, it's like, yeah, he goes to places nobody else is willing to go out and actually gets the opinions of people that nobody else is willing to give a voice to. I like that.
But
I just don't, and I don't even know if it's him. He seems to indulge in it, but it's just the whole idea of like, dude, this is just some YouTuber. Like, let's not pretend like he's like this.
Well, hold on. I don't
this
think you should discredit just because.
I'm not okay. Like, and even in YouTubers, it's an important thing. It's just
YouTuber like CK, who we were just talking about, his wife. He was a famous he's a YouTuber, and he's known like basically all across America.
I mean, yeah, YouTuber at this point in this generation is on the same, whether we want to admit it or not, is on the same level of like a news anchor on the top three. Like if you're popular enough.
Well, and actually, I do think that there is something to say about having more integrity, or even just the ability to have integrity, because you're not controlled by.
The donors.
Well, a conglomerate that's like, hey, let's not do this, or hey, let's shift the way
I
that the
appreciate that.
going.
It's just like it is hard to say. I'm like, at the end of the day, it's like I don't fully trust it's as independent as he might say, and I don't know where the money's coming from because
YouTube, dude, do you know how much money you make on YouTube? If you're pulling like actually millions of views, like you can make a lot of
You
money.
might be right. It's just like, that's the thing though. It's just like, you said he had Hunter Biden on, and it's just like somebody's footing that bill. Like, and that's the thing. And it's just like, is it really him, or is it? But like, what would it like Hunter Biden? What does that accomplish for anybody? It's just like he's just some guy. I know people like to get all, weird about him or whatever, just because. But I don't know. I don't know. It's just. I don't know. I don't know why I have it. I think it's just this
You're
like
just jealous.
No, it's more of just like the I think it's just how people talk about him, of just like as if he's like this, great, one of the greats, that we'll always remember or something, or is shaking up the world. I don't know. I think he makes entertaining content, but I think it kind of ends there.
I think so. Like kind of what you said. I think first and foremost, he's an entertainer, right?
Yeah, and he entertains a lot of people. Like obviously, I'm not even saying I'm not entertained by
I would say I mean, I'm not going to say he's he's perfect, and because you can tell, like he makes a point for him to say that he tries to be as unbiased as possible.
Right.
But I think, and I could be talking my ass here, he also talks about how like bias is just human nature. You can't, like, it is almost virtually impossible to always be completely unbiased.
Correct, yeah.
But and you can kind of tell that he leans more left. Like you can just kind of tell that. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, in certain stuff, but that's the thing is like I don't know. I remember he had like the story, like it's just like it's what does he get up to outside of the interviews and stuff that always make it's like he's always like involved in like kind of like stuff where like my eyebrows were
like what, like the
like apparently he
sexual thing or whatever.
There was that too, and I just feel like that's like kind of just like a symptom of just like, well, yeah, I can see it, but it's just like, do we even know anything about it? It's like, how is he even in the position to like, was he just at a party with strangers or something, or was it like this R. Kelly kind of event where like not with R. Kelly but like a we have this whole
like
sphere of influencers and people with a power dynamic.
Wait, so what are you getting at?
I don't know. It's just weird. I remember he was like talking about how he was in like Joe Rogan's green room or something.
Okay, so
and you got to like know some weird people to get in.
Wait, so okay, hold on. There's more to it than that because he got banned from the green room.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like, what was he even doing there?
Well, okay, so he was in Austin or whatever for some reason or something.
That's the thing. Like, what's?
Well, hold on, because
is it secretive though? Because I don't think it's secretive.
I don't know, but he said why he was in Austin. I'm pretty sure he said why he was in Austin. But you have to remember, he goes around to like a bunch of different cities for different events.
I'm very dubious of like what he's doing when it's not being filmed, because he has like a kind of type of personality where I'm just like, I just side eyes with it.
Just to clarify, he was in Austin for whatever hell reason, and then he went to go into the comedy club just to see, and then they take your cell phone.
And then he knew somebody who was.
Well, no, somebody recognized. Oh shit! It's the
go to the green room. Yeah, but who is that? Yeah, I mean,
it was just some dude that was like that worked there or something, and so he brought him in, and then.
And then Joe Rogan flipped out.
Well, no, somebody said, "Oh, there's like a reporter in the green room," and
then
he didn't
Joe
know
Rogan.
who he was, and then he freaked out on him. But he had.
I think he did know who he was. I think he just still. Joe Rogan's like a easily offendable person.
I think it was he knew who he was. He's like, oh, I've heard of Channel 5 after the fact, but he didn't know like, oh, that's Andrew Callahan of Channel 5 News or whatever.
I think he did. I think Joe Rogan's petty
Maybe,
enough.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Seems within his character.
you've blurred the lines what I was going to talk about anyways. It's like, what do you think of that? Whatever.
What do you think of that?
Anyways,
yeah.
he did an interview with Clavicular or whatever the
Yeah,
hell his
yeah,
name
yeah.
is.
Some psychotic person who's just like, I'll do anything for money.
So,
and here's my character.
Well, it was interesting. It was actually a very interesting interview, and I'd ask you to watch it, but I know that you're not going to.
I can. I mean, like, I literally have to pass a lot of time in order to get my brain to not think lately.
Okay, so then I would consider giving it a watch because
we should watch Doodle Dots together. By the way, the premiere just came out. Anyways.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna talk about my thing.
Okay.
Anyways. God damn you, man!
Doodle Dots.
No, stop hijacking. Stop hijacking. I don't even know. I don't even want to know what that is right now. We can talk about it later, but quit hijacking.
Okay, so he had the interview with the face chiseler.
Okay, so
you said it was an interesting interview.
It was interesting because the guy he's actually, he can be, I'm not saying he always is, but he can be articulate. Like it seems like he knows what he's talking about. Like he's giving like sort of the science behind about like, oh, this is the way that these work. Like these medicines work, and then
sure, probably he probably knows something. It's part of the character.
Well, yes, but so, and I'm going to get into why that matters and like how it came into relevance later. But he's talking about stuff like that, and Andrew mentions like, oh, the bone smashing thing, and he's like, it's like it always gets sensationalized, and he's like, I don't even really do that. He's like, I did it like one time to show it or something like that, and then it shows like clips and. It's not actually like you smashing a hammer. It's just like, I guess you like chisel it basically. Like you do like light taps.
It's still psychotic.
It's still stupid. And he's like, oh yeah, it's like whatever, blah, blah, blah. But he talks about just a bunch of different things and like his history coming up. And then there's like this very distinct turning point, which was kind of funny, where he talks about people that are trying to like stream snipe or something. And then Andrew mentions like...
Stream snipe?
Well, so, because he streams every day, right?
Oh, he streams, like, video games?
Well, no, he streams it, like, live action. Like, it's him, like, just going around clubs or, like, his neighborhood.
Oh,
or
okay.
Shit like that. So, like, sometimes random people might come up and go, oh,
yeah. Okay.
So,
like, stream crash or whatever.
It's kind of like photobombing.
Yeah,
but like the new age kind of
Yeah, okay.
Anyways, and so he's like, so Andrew's like, so kind of how would you do with that? And he just immediately the tone shifts for the rest of the interview. He's just like, I'm not going to tell you about my security or whatever. And then after that, it's like 10 more minutes of the interview where he's like, you guys, like you
guys.
Well, he's talking about like journalists. He's like, you journalists, like you always come up and there's like you never want to talk about like looks maxing. And he's saying all this dumb shit before that.
Yeah.
Where he's like, yeah, I would meth max and stuff. Like he would actually just take meth. And he's calling everybody jesters, like just all these like cringe terms that you would only hear online. And he's being like 100% serious. Like he literally saying, he's like, yeah, I would meth max, but it's just kind of, I don't do that anymore. You shouldn't take drugs. But I don't know. It's very interesting because you want to kind of put him into a box about like this guy's psychotic, and by the end of it, you really do decide. I decided I'm like, this guy. There's something not right there.
He's just playing a character. Like, that's how he gets money, is through his character.
Maybe. I don't know.
Like, I really don't believe any of these characters. I don't believe, like, the whole performative politicians. The whole bit. There's actors that are in TV where they have that barrier of tricking you into, or, like, hey, this is fiction and we're doing fiction. But there is a whole separate actor society of just like,
maybe.
We need to
I think
deceive people into thinking stuff like this exists.
You should listen to it. I think you would laugh. I got some laughs out of it.
I
even
might.
Though it's fully serious.
I mean, I guess I have. I'll need to.
Anyways, at the end, so he thinks Channel 5 is like an actual news station, like which I don't know why that keeps happening, but
because it's called Channel 5.
I guess, but
it's like channel. You're on a channel.
Well, yeah. So he's like, you journalists never ask about like looks maxing, and Andrew's like, what do you? That's all we've talked about like for the past 40 minutes. He's like, yeah, but you don't ask like, how can I actually like improve my looks or something. You just ask about what it is and the history behind it and stuff like that. And like even myself, I'm just like, is this guy for real? Like maybe this is like part of the character. But
Yeah, I don't know.
anyways, he's like, so do you really like the way, like, you think you can wake up and say that you really like the way
Yeah,
that
I
you
remember
look?
you mentioned
Oh yeah,
that.
we talked
yeah.
about this.
And then
Anyway,
yeah, I mean that's the thing. I think like he probably got bored or
I don't know, but he's
realized he got like what he needed out of the interview.
he's like
and then,
gives off like super psychopath, like kind of like I would rip your skin off, so like you'd rip somebody's skin off so that he could put it on him to be younger, like.
yeah. Well, I mean the fact that he's like doing this character and saying this stuff for money shows that it's just like he
and
really is
you know what the
scum.
best part is? He'll make more money. He's already made more money in the past like year than I'll ever see in my life.
That's our awesome society is, you know, Willy Wonka economics.
Willy
Yeah.
Wonka.
Yeah. I mean, it's just you'll struggle unless you win like some sort of external lottery system that some weird business owner set up. You know, it's just like that's just how our economy system works out here. It's weird. To a degree, it works like that in life, like, in a lot of ways when it comes to like fortune of just luck of the draw.
Yeah.
But typically, I would imagine like human society is constructed to regulate that, I guess, equalize it, like make it where it's not so like, oh well, you live out here, so tornadoes are gonna just destroy your home, and you're just gonna have a shittier hand. It's just like, no, let's work together. Yeah. Anyway.
All right, so moving on from that bullshit, what's next? What do you got? What is this? Beetlebots?
Doodle dots.
Doodle dots.
Um,
What is doodle dots?
Doodle dots. It's
sounds awful.
I guess like I haven't finished watching the On Cinema Oscar special. Yeah, but they were just like, we're done with that, and we're gonna be doing this new show called Doodle Dots.
So it's just like a Tim Heidecker.
Yeah, it's
production?
like a Tim Knight.
Well, what is it about? Tell me.
I don't know yet. I haven't got
So you're
but
just bringing it up.
there's like these little they're like little weird dot thingies. They're like Yo Gabba Gabba kind of, you know, it's just like they're like costumes or something, and like people are in there like, we're the doodle dots, and they come in, one's like a circle, one's like a rectangle, one's like a,
So it's like a kid's show,
I think so.
but it's like satire, I guess.
I don't know yet.
Well, it sounds like it could be funny, but I'm not optimistic.
But the thing that was funny to me is I was texting Sequoia.
God damn you, man.
I know.
God
All right.
damn you.
Boy.
What's the time at?
27.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I was he was messaging me, and I'm like, yeah, just give me a second. I'm like watching the premiere of Doodle Dots.
That looks
And I
great.
just sent him that, and like he didn't really like question it.
Well, I mean, with stuff with you, like, just, okay, all right.
Doodle Dots. Oh my gosh, it's been pretty good. They keep showing clips from the movie Michael with John Travolta. I guess there was this 1996 movie called Michael, and John Travolta plays Michael, an angel or something.
Have you seen the one where he plays like an autistic kid?
Oh yeah.
Does he even make movies? Does Scientology allow him? out in the
They
public?
need him to, and he has a big
John,
ego
you
about
gotta
it.
make more
You're
money.
talking about The Fanatic, right?
That sounds right.
Where he has like the weird haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Fanatic, where he goes full, yeah,
You never go
regal.
Full, you never go full regal.
Yeah, so he goes full regal. I think that's the last. I don't know if there's been a movie he's been in theaters, and that one was like a Redbox movie, but he made it where they had to like
What is a
release it in
Redbox
theory.
movie?
It's like you go like outside of Walgreens, there's like this
Oh, the
vending
Red- just-
machine.
yeah, the
yeah,
Redbox?
the Redbox. Yeah,
And that's the only place it's distributed.
that's who funded the movie.
Oh.
And I think he's like, well, they have to do a theatrical release as well. I don't know if it was like a Pride thing or something, but it was in theaters for like 1 week in like this obscure and like a couple of
The
obscure
Fanatic or Michael?
the Fanatic. Michael, I think, was in theaters, but it's really weird. I don't even know what it is. Still trying to figure that one out. I guess it's like a movie where this angel called Michael is there, but he keeps doing weird. They keep showing, it's like, top 5 best parts from Michael. And then it's just like him just dancing, and you just see like the ends of his angel wings like poking out of his coat. And he's like, and it's like, I don't know. It's really...
Have you seen that one movie with it's like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon? They're like angels, and they have to. You don't know what I'm talking about.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, Dogma. Have you seen it? Dogma.
I watched
Or, like,
Dogma back in the day. I wasn't a fan.
I remember they did like didn't they do like a 20-year anniversary?
Yep.
Yeah, they like re-released it in theaters. At least I think.
I'm sure some people like it. It's one of those. What do you call it? Kevin. What's his name?
Yeah, Kevin Smith.
Yeah, Kevin Smith. Which yeah.
What?
Well, I mean,
You
he's known to make
think
like
he's a hack?
subpar. He just makes like stuff not for me, I guess. Like he, what was it he made? He made Batman.
What?
Yeah, he made a Batman comic, and there's like this bad guy called like.
Oh yeah, he did make a Batman comic.
Yeah, he made a Batman comic, and it's like Batman, and he's like boning this 20-year-old.
Well, that's like I think that's in the official. He bought it. Batman bangs Barbara.
Yeah,
That's
well,
it.
yeah. There's so many stupid. I don't know why people like comics sometimes, but no, it's like he's like banging this chick, and then like they go over to Alfred, and he's like, oh, "Come on, Dee Dee."
Dee Dee?
Yeah, Dee Dee. And then
Who's
Alfred
that?
is like, "Who's Dee Dee?" And he's like, Batman or Bruce. And he's like, "Why do you keep calling him Dee Dee?" "Oh, cause the first time we fucked, we came until the double digits." And
Is that real?
That's real. That's real. And so then you're just like, cool. I love knowing that they like fucked so continuously. And it's just like, that's Kevin Smith's humor. And it's just like, and then like Batman starts talking about how he pissed himself on his first adventure. And like, it's just,
Is this real?
this is real. Like all this stuff that I'm saying is real. And it's just like, it's like, gay innuendos, sex, what's the word? Explicit.
So what? You think he's a hack?
Based off that comic, yeah. I mean, his whole thing is like he's like, let's get high, and then everything's funny when you're high, and I don't know.
What do
I
you
wouldn't
think
say
of
a hack. I just
What do you think of the Silent Bob thing?
yeah. I mean, yeah. That it's very hacky.
What if I was in like every movie I made?
Yeah, Jay and Silent Bob and Mallrats and.
You know, he was in Call of Duty too. They put Silent Bob in Call of Duty.
That's so cool.
So Kevin Smith's immortalized in a video game.
Yeah, good for him. I mean, it's just like that's like he's like the type of nerdy culture that I just find very superficial and shallow. It's just like Batman's so cool that he fucks this 20-year-old and they fuck so much that they go up into the double digits, and it's just like that doesn't even sound fun. It's just like I mean, it's just like, do you know how long like how long does that last? You know what I mean? It's just like, so either you're coming every like 10 minutes or 5 minutes, which I'm sure whatever, but then on top of it, it's just like it's just like that's just not how like you're gonna start chafing or like all this stupid shit.
I'm looking this up because I don't believe you.
Yeah, look it up. Look up Kevin Smith's Batman. He has this one bad guy he created, which was like interesting. Called like it was not ampersand. It's like his name was the word like when you say wham. What is that?
An onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. I think that's the name. The guy's name. His name's like onomatopoeia or something or something like that. And he comes up and he's just like, bland. He only speaks in onomatopoeias, I guess. And then he kills Batman's girlfriend. And he's like, fuck you, Batman. And then Batman's like, that's it. And then Kevin Smith just got bored and stopped writing it, and that's how it ends. And it was super awesome. But it's like shit like that. It's shit like... So it's just like, in my mind, it's just like, so I guess he just has a superficial enjoyment of like comics and this, that, and the other. You found it?
Well, no, I found the wets his pants thing.
Yeah, that's also a thing. It's him like trying to like you know, bond with somebody. He's just like, listen, I wasn't always the great Batman, you know.
Yeah.
You know, when I first did it, and he doesn't even say piss himself. He says like, I relieved myself with liquids or some stupid
He
shit.
says no. He says he had a bladder spasm.
A bladder spasm. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just like, come on, dude. This is like so fucking corny. It's just like the guy's like, just because I know that was like a big thing. Is just smoke, you know, and it's just like low
hanging.
brow humor, I guess. And then I don't know.
So you think he's scum and he's?
I don't think he's
pathetic?
scum. I just like
You don't care for him.
he just seems like a very like doesn't really.
He's like a Big Bang Theory fan, huh?
He just seems like he just has like a very like, I guess just again superficial like appreciation towards stuff.
But
Like,
James Gunn though.
James Gunn.
But you fuck with him.
I do fuck with James Gunn. He does a lot of fun stuff and interesting stuff. I enjoy seeing what he creates a lot of the time. It's just like,
Do you have a favorite director?
it'd probably be him.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't really keep up with like directors or anything. He's like the first one where it's just like he did such a good job with like that DC stuff, because I was just like I think it was like during the time where I'm just like I'm having trouble finding stuff to watch that's enjoyable, and it was just so unique and enjoyable that I was just like I really like this. I really fuck with this, and then seeing him continue it and continuously like fire off and like doing great, I appreciate. I think yeah, that's not to mean I don't have my critiques and stuff, but it's just like it's nice to see. What I am like about him right now is that he's at the helm and we actually have a franchise with a creative direction instead of just like whatever the fuck Star Wars did, where it's just like plan, fuck it, let's just see what happens, and then you just get the Star Wars sequels, which is like the most like just like.
Did you watch them?
I watched like the first two, and I couldn't. I was just like, I'm done. I'm like, this is so stupid, because it's just like, and then from what I heard, like the third one, just like, oh yeah, that stuff we revealed in the second one, no, that wasn't real, and it's just like, I can't even suspend my disbelief watching this. It's just like I'm just watching like plot lines that were written by somebody lazily. Like there's no investment into this world, and everything can just flippantly change at a whim. You know, it's just like, oh, Palpatine didn't actually die though. What do you mean he didn't die? Moving on, and it's just like that's how
somehow.
somehow he returned. It's like that is such a like a slap in the face to the audience.
Well, they don't care. They're gonna.
Yeah, they don't care. So it's just like they have like some weird sadism bullshit. Some sadomasochistic.
I think it's just nostalgia, but I mean, those talking points have been done to death with Star Wars, I think.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just like people just like superficial.
It's
like they have a
pathetic.
superficial relationship with a lot of stuff. And similar to Kevin Smith with his enjoyments, I think a lot of people have like a superficial, well, you know, it makes me happy. And it's funny because I think for the first time in my life, I might have experienced that literally today.
With what?
Me and Hannah went to On Q, and they had this Alani drinks. Do you know the Alani drinks? They're like energy drinks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, is that what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
They
vaguely-
had an Alani drink, and my dentist told me how she really likes the cotton candy. So I was like, oh, I
Your
love cotton candy.
dentist?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah. Which our dentist knew the dentist I used to go to. She used to work for him, and
And she's like.
yeah, and I was just like, you know, I finally feel validated that I stopped going to him. Because, yeah, anyways, yeah, but I was looking for it, and I found the cotton candy. I almost bought it, but like,
Thank God you didn't.
no, for real, because it's like I don't need to have 200 milligrams of caffeine, you know, a few hours before I go to bed, you know. But it had this pink and white stripes, and that just like all of a sudden it was like I'm trying to
Your
think.
little monkey brain went haywire.
So what happened is
That was it. That.
yeah, here, let me see that. Okay, look at that.
All right, hold on. Let me time. What's our timestamp, Jay?
39.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's doing it for me right now.
All right, I'm gonna put this on screen for our
Yeah.
visual.
Yeah. Okay. So I saw that and it literally like I
You
was
got bricked
overwhelmed
up?
with emotions. Yeah, because it's literally I don't know if you remember, but like, and this has never happened to me before. I'm not even joking, but like I guess it's like I'm sure a lot of people experience this already, but it was the first time me experiencing something like this. But I was just like overwhelmed with emotions because there's just like all I could think about when I saw that was like I was just overwhelmed with the nostalgia, I guess, of when I first started programming. Because if you remember, like Team Fortress 2's Pyroland shit.
Oh.
Yeah, and I just started thinking of like all the graphic designs I had to make and all the color palettes that I had to start working with. So like for the viewers, because only you and me are gonna know this, so I'll explain it to everybody else. But in Team Fortress 2, you get to play as 9 characters. One of the characters is schizophrenic. If you play as the schizophrenic character, you have an option to switch into schizophrenic mode. They call it Pyroland because the character is called the Pyro. When you do that, you see the world differently than the other characters. So normally when you're playing the game, it takes place in like the Midwest Dust Bowl, like kind of areas. There's like gravel mines and stuff. When you go into Schizoland, all the dust and dirt turns into like lush grass with like lollipops popping out. Sparkles are everywhere. The sky is completely different. There's like streaks of candy. The trees are like completely different. All this stuff. So they made like this working system to go and like, because they have like a video for each character to kind of introduce you to that character. And when they did the Pyro, they introduced that because there's a lot of mystique and intrigue about the Pyro character. And instead of revealing any of that, they introduced more like lunacy, I guess, to him. But so you have that, and there's like 30 at the time. There was like 30 levels out, and only like 8 of them had Pyroland enabled. But they gave like the tools out for you to be able to do it. And I waited and I waited and I waited. I remember that was like a turning point in my life of just like deciding, I'm like, okay, obviously I was hoping some other person would come up and do the Pyroland for all the other levels and flesh it out. But if you want something done, you got to do it yourself. And that's how I started learning how to program. That's how I started learning how to do mods and stuff.
And that's where his incessant use of the word project.
Yeah, and that's where the project began, because I started doing that and I spent like months working on Pyroland stuff, which is like that Alani, like that aesthetic is like one for one. So many of the stuff, I had to make cotton candy stuff. I had to make like those white and pink bar lines. Like that was literally like, that was one of my favorite things to do. And I did that with like a couple of different things when I had to make logos. Because like you'll see it, like you'll play the game and then like they had it where like you'll look at like a poster, but like if it's like and it'll be like some gravel company, but like if you're in the Schizoland, it's like a candy excavation place or whatever. I had to make like different logos for and a lot of them use that like color kind of aesthetic. One of them being like a hard candy thing.
Did you? I know you got some recognition for it. They didn't add any of that to the game, did they?
No, I think they haven't really touched a lot of Pyroland. I've come to realize not a lot of people know how it works. There's like an old developer log that was released when it was released in 2000 and
I think
11, 2010.
Are you talking about what? When
Meet the Pyro came out.
Pretty sure it was 2012. Because that's when I'm pretty sure that's when I started playing on Steam.
Okay, and then I started, and yeah, so 2012 it comes out, and then when were we living together?
Like
when was
2016, 2017?
2017 or so, 2017 maybe 2018. That's when I started programming.
Because 2016 was Jungle Inferno.
Yeah, it was 2017, 2018. Then I started working on it, and then halfway through the project, I got like the maps taken care of, but then I wasn't satisfied. I'm like, well, I still want the other stuff taken. I wanted the weapons, and so I started working on 3D modeling and getting the weapons and stuff. And a lot of them were pretty cool. And that white and pink thing, like I worked a lot with like the balloonicorn.
So circling back, so
I saw that Alani thing, and like I went back to like that excitement and like that whole world that I engulfed myself in. Like I don't know how to describe this sensation. It was like maybe nostalgia is the right word. I don't know.
It probably was.
I don't know. It was just, it was very overwhelming.
About.
It really like threw me out for like about like an hour or so. I was like in a weird headspace.
Wow.
Yeah, I was just like, wow, like I really miss that stuff. But yeah, in the story, I started working on the 3D modeling, and I got a couple of cool stuff done. But by then it was like a year and a half or 2 years since Jungle Inferno, and I was just like, why am I working on something that's not going to be accepted? Like they're not going to implement it into the game, and I don't even know if like my relationship with Team Fortress 2 needs to continue because it's not live anymore. So that's,
well, technically it still is, but it's a joke.
Yeah, and
It's
that's
just
when
all community driven.
the project started
for the new game.
for my game. Yeah.
So I wanted to talk to you about the pinnacle of cinematic history, really.
The Oscars.
The first $2 billion movie that's going to exist.
Is that Chinese movie with the little boy?
Oh, maybe. There probably is a $2 billion movie already. But what I'm talking about is the new Super Mario Galaxy movie, which this episode is sponsored by Nintendo.
Yeah, we do need to. Well, pretty much everybody has already heard my rantings. I've talked to Patrick. I've talked to
they
Sequoia.
haven't heard it. Our viewers at home have not
Okay,
heard it,
well,
so let's hear it first.
I'm extremely pissed off
At?
the Star Fox announcement because it kind of and the Pikmin.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Are you talking about, which also that reminds me, I need to, never mind. Are you pissed off that he's in the movie or that they announced that he's in the movie?
That he's in the movie.
Wait, why?
Because
you have no idea why or how he's going to be in
Well, I don't really care. It's the fact that it's like, oh, so we're just going to be grabbing other Nintendo characters? Okay, so is this movie just a lead up into the third one, which will be a Smash Bros. Related movie?
And you don't want that?
I don't want that, because I wanted the third one to be about Wario. Like, the whole fucking point was to have, like, a teaser to Wario at the end. We got Bowser Jr., sure, whatever.
Okay, for the viewers at home, he's making it's a bit.
It's not a bit. I'm dead fucking serious.
You really think that they were going to make a movie about... Are you talking about where he's the villain?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, I thought, like, he was going to be the third movie's villain.
So,
him and Daisy are going to be in the third one.
So you're so sure, even though we know Wario's in the movie, you're so sure that he's not going to be the villain in any capacity? Because you've seen the movie, right?
If he is a villain in any capacity, I'm going to be pissed because he's going to be on the same level as fucking Wart. And Wart is in it, who hasn't been in anything Mario-related since his inception in the second one. Mouser's in it, who... for like a decade was my favorite Nintendo character.
Well, it was like your little, I think it was your profile picture.
Yeah, it was like my mascot and everything, yeah. So Mouser, who also has not been in any Nintendo or Mario game since, maybe even Nintendo game in general. I know Wart had a guest appearance.
But didn't they sort of move Mouser to Kirby? Or is it
No,
just
it's a Squeak Squad, something different.
Well, I thought they had a character that looked like Mouser.
He did look like him, but he had a top hat and a cape.
Well, I know there was that, but I thought there was like just a basic enemy Mouser. It doesn't matter.
Don't think so. It wasn't Mouser.
So, what are your hopes for the Mario movie?
Fox makes his little appearance, whatever. Pikmin make their little appearance, whatever.
Well, hold on.
We focus on Bowser Jr., but at the end, similar to how we teased fucking Yoshi, we have Wario and Daisy can be teased, whatever, because Daisy's definitely going to be teased.
Well, she might be in the movie.
I don't think so.
They're
going to save that because they need to have some ammunition for the third one, like the Sonic, because they're just kind of taking inspiration from like how the what do you call it, like the timeline plan, like the franchise movie plan. They actually have a plan, I think.
I think
and
the new Sonic movie is going to come out this year.
Yeah. Well, it had Amy Rose and Robo Sonic.
Yeah.
So the fourth one is going to have like a villain and like a new beloved character. I don't know if Rose is going to be there.
Isn't that interesting? Like if you think about it, that in reality that the Mario movie franchise is basically copying the formula of Sonic.
Yeah. It is funny.
Because
Because for the longest time,
Yeah,
it was the other way
opposite.
around.
But the first Sonic movie is, oh, we're in this real world, and like nobody gives a shit about like the actual real world. We're all just waiting until we get to the part where it's like it's Sonic at his prime or whatever.
Yeah, I never saw the first one.
Well, it really just felt like, hey, we have to make this marketable to like a general audience.
Yeah.
And then the second one is basically the first one where it's like, oh, you have Sonic, you have Tails, Knuckles is the bad guy.
I
or
didn't
whatever.
like the second one. The third one had a lot of funny
Third one
stuff
was
in
awesome.
it.
The third
Yeah,
one
the
was
third one
great.
I enjoyed being in the movie theater watching the movie.
Isn't it? It's actually, when you think about that, the third one being the best one of a trilogy so far.
That is crazy,
Kind
huh?
of crazy to think about.
But it's not
right?
going to be a trilogy.
So yeah, no, probably not. I think they already.
Well, not a
announced-
problem. They showed
Well,
Amy
yeah,
wrote, the fourth
well,
one.
But you never know. They could just go, well.
Yeah.
blah,
But
blah,
here's
blah.
my thing, though, is we're not going to get... I don't think we're going to get a Mario Bros. Movie 3. It's going to be Mario Smash Brothers.
So how do you think they handle Link then with the?
I don't know, and that's why that's what's giving me out hope that they're not gonna fucking ruin it, and we're gonna hate. Because I saw a leak that there might be a new Wario Land movie. Because there's apparently gonna be 2 new Star Fox games. This was according to a leak.
I saw that.
And
yeah.
some people are thinking that might have to do why he's showing up in the movie is to help like bring attention and like just throw him in there and that way people know about it so they'll buy the game, whatever. I don't know, but there's a Wario Land game was mentioned in the first leak.
You don't even give a shit about Wario Land games, do you?
Yeah, I do.
I know you did, but when's the last time you played one?
I watched Sequoia play one last week. Wario Land 4.
Wasn't there a game I was trying to show you? I thought there was. It was
There's a
like
game I was trying to get you to play and you wouldn't play it.
Fart Pizza Tower. No,
So
thanks.
good. One of the best games.
I tried playing a Wario Land game.
It's not
I
even
don't
really a Wario Land game. It's so unique and done well.
It's so hard for me to do 2D side scrollers, man.
That sucks. Well, I think, again, like, Pizza Tower is one of the few exceptions because I'm usually on the same page with you on that. I'm not a big fan of 2D side scrollers, but Pizza Tower, like, you get in the pizza zone, like, mentally.
Is it a Metroidvania game?
No, it's
Yeah, it's like a level-based, like platformer, like.
it's almost a I don't know how you describe it, but it's like you're playing like if you get like the high level of skill.
It almost seems like a Sonic game in a way.
Sort of, yes, and it's like, but like better and perfected because it's just like you are memorizing the layout of the map, and then you just kind of go on autopilot, like getting the P rank. I'm telling you, like you should look at like certain people, and it's just like you never think you'd be able to do it because it would take too much time. But the game is so good at like easing you towards getting better in the way. Like I mean, the fact that you can't die at all until you go into pizza time, like I think that's like really great. It lets you
Is that
explore.
just your timer running out?
Yeah, so the for people who don't know, Pizza Tower, first half of the level is going through the level and doing all the stuff, and then you get to the last point, and there's like a pillar, and you smash the pillar, and you go into pizza time, and the pizza time gives you a countdown timer, and you now have to backtrack the whole map and get back to the beginning to escape before the timer runs out. That's the only way you can die in the game.
That's interesting.
Because your character's like invincible essentially, which is also something I really like. It's just like there's no health system or anything. It's just so what you start trying to get better at is getting the level done faster, and like that starts becoming a lot more fun.
Yeah, that sounds like speed running.
It is, yeah. No, it's like it's the only game I've ever played where I've actually wanted to speed run it, and I've started practicing. And then you start practicing speed running the level without breaking your combo, because every time you hit an enemy, like you know, and it
So
starts.
that is kind of your health system in a way. It sounds.
Yeah, your health system's kind of like your combo system. This is only if you're wanting to go for. There's D rank, C rank, B, A, and S, and then P, which is like I don't know if it stands for pizza or stands for perfect, but basically you do the whole level really fast, but you also never lose, and you gather every single thing and do 100% of the level, and you do all of that without breaking your combo.
It's probably supposed to be both perfect and pepper.
Yeah,
pizza,
yeah,
whatever.
but it is so
Well,
fun.
I'm glad you like it.
Anyways, Wario, that you better get his he better be the
So-
main character, and I told Sequoia and Patrick, what I was just like, this is how they should do it. They should have Wario as like initially start off as a Mario impersonator, and then when he gets found out, that's when he's like, then I will be Mario, Wario, some stupid shit or whatever.
You should be a storyboard artist.
It's really just like the most. But I would love to hear a backstory of like, why is there this guy that looks like you and is aping off of your style, Mario? And it's like, it would be great if, like, it doesn't even have to be canon for the stories. It's just like, why do we have some fucko who's just stealing off of these two guys' aesthetic? It's so weird, and it's just like, can we have like at least, okay, that makes sense. Like, I would love that.
Backstory
I want
to Wario.
Yeah, I do. I want an origin story is what I want. I want an origin story.
Wow.
Wario's my favorite Nintendo character. Like, my favorite. Like
you just said, so Mouser's.
yeah,
like
it's
an
not
asshole?
Mouser. It used to be, but
Wario's disgusting. There's only been one good Wario game. I'm just kidding. That's not. I was thinking that. I was like, oh, Wario World. Yeah, Wario World.
Wario World was really
but
great.
I was like, no, WarioWare games are awesome.
WarioWare games are great. Wario Land Shake It is a beautiful game. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
It's cool conceptually, but no. Oh wait, you know what? You know which game I did like? I tried playing it. It's like the Master of Disguise or something.
Master of Disguise was pretty good. That one's like kind of like a classic.
It's a Wario Land game.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Just
It's like an
one.
iteration of it, kind of. It
Yeah.
like takes like some creative liberties and like changes up this style, but that was fun. Like, that's what I'm getting at. I love Wario from like the Wario world of this brute who's like greedy,
Nasty,
selfish, like a
disgusting,
horrible
filthy
person. Yeah,
person.
just horrible person. But because he's so strong, he's allowed to get away with whatever the fuck he wants, and he's like basically like this awful, unstoppable tyrant essentially. And it's just like, it's cool. It's a cool character to have when you're playing like Mario Party games or Mario Kart games or whatever. It's cool to have like this villain who's all about like just, yeah, I'm a piece of shit. Fuck you. I'm gonna win. And it's just like, cool. I like it. He has his own aesthetic lately with like Mario Golf.
We know he's in the movie, right? I think we know pretty much.
Sort of. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So I posted it in Discord, but like Chris Pratt and or CP as he likes to be called, and Charlie Day, which is a real thing. Apparently he wants to be called CP. I'm not even joking. Yeah. And they're like on Jimmy Fallon, and they have this shitty buzzard thing, and then he's like, all right, you hit the yellow block if true and the red shell if false, and I'm gonna ask you some questions. And he asks them some stupid questions, and then he's just like, is Wario and Waluigi in the movie? And then they like hit yes and no. So the theory is Wario will be in the movie to some degree, and Waluigi won't be in it.
That is what I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
But
I don't like Waluigi all that much.
But it could also be the PR, just like we're not legally allowed to, or our agents don't want us to say that, so we're just doing a.
Well, they had like some other stuff where it's just like, oh, this is gonna be in the movie.
Because imagine Star Fox isn't announced in the movie. There was already theories that he was, because you could see like his profile, like
you can see his like little
thing.
I don't know why. Yeah, it's really.
But do you think they would have said yes if he? It's Star Fox. He would never would have asked that. He doesn't know who Star Fox is.
Yeah. Well,
but do you think
he doesn't
would
even know
ask
who
that?
Wario or Waluigi is?
He might.
Maybe.
Because they're Mario
Waluigi,
characters.
I don't know.
No, but maybe his kids do or something.
Maybe.
But I doubt his kids know who Star Fox is.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because it's basically a dead property at this point, and this is the revival. If anything, you should be happy that it's announced, because
I just don't want this. I was
imagine
already
a
not
new
happy
Star
that we
Fox
went
Assault game.
straight into Mario Galaxy and skipped so much of like the. I really just honestly
you
just
haven't
wanted.
seen the movie.
Yeah, I just really just like the best part of the Mario Bros movie was just seeing like, this is Mario and Luigi. They're plumbers, and this is what it's like in their town. And it's just like, oh, I've never seen this world that they're in, but I've seen this.
That was the worst part of the movie.
That was the best part. What are
No,
you talking
get me
about?
out of this bullshit.
No,
Nobody
fuck
cares
no.
about this.
And then they're like,
Mushroom.
no, because then it just turns
Here
into
I
like,
come.
you know, and it's just like
Yes,
pointing,
there
yeah,
was
and
the
it's just
soy
like,
jag stuff.
it's Donkey Kong, it's Rainbow Road. It's just like,
No,
it's
that's
just like, I
what-
don't give
no,
a shit. And it's like,
no,
That's what the first part of the movie was. Like, look at all these references of like it's the real world, but for some reason they have like other Nintendo or
Yeah,
other
but they
Nintendo
had creative stuff like the Wrecking Crew. They had a
Exactly.
relationship with the Wrecking Crew, and it's just like if you know what that's from, that's
Dude, that's
fun.
literally the.
Yeah, no, but they're not just like it's just Wrecking Crew. It was like no, there's this dynamic. They're taking
That's
they're
literally
taking
what-
something and creating something new with it. That's what I like.
Versus what were you saying?
Versus just hey, they're on a road and it's Rainbow Road.
But they don't draw attention to it, did they?
They didn't draw attention to anything.
I might rewatch them. I'm gonna rewatch the movie before that. But we are at time though.
Okay.
So that's our episode. We like to keep it tight.
Oh
tight.
wait, real quick. I'm trying to do the bingo thing, but I keep putting it off. But
Bingo.
I hope I get brownie points in everybody's mind, and we can go like, oh, they did it. I'm hoping there's a scene because it's also not just Mario Galaxy. They're having Odyssey related stuff, and there's the Odyssey dinosaur, and I'm wondering, are they gonna have a scene where Chris Pratt as Mario is like, this isn't the first time they make a Jurassic Park reference, essentially.
No, I don't think they do that.
I
Wait, it
hope
is
they
Universal.
synced
Wait,
that
I think
low.
it is Universal.
Yeah. So
actually.
I'm curious if they'll sync that low to, like, it's Chris Pratt with another dinosaur again, like reference or some shit. We'll see if
it's
it
on record.
acknowledges.
It's on
Yeah,
record.
so it's on record now.
on
That's the
record
only
here.
thing I want to say.
All right, well, that's our show. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing for weekly uploads, whatever. I'm just curious about people that actually come and watch the
I'm
show
curious
every
about
day.
those people too.
Because
Really,
we're getting like it's nothing huge. And thank you to our viewers. You haven't stopped recording, have you? But like we're
Yeah,
getting
well,
a
it's just-
consistent level of viewers. Where I'm like, are you guys the same people? And
well, I'm trying to figure out if they're bots. I'm wondering if it's just like a bot thing or something.
maybe it's a bot thing, but that's why I'm saying consider subscribing so that I know that they're actually real people. That are, like,
They should just
tuning in.
comment so we know if it's. But
Or comment, yeah. Do
but
whatever.
what should they comment? Because
See,
like
but that's the thing is you're still doing the like leave a comment or whatever.
yeah, but like this is more of just curiosity because it's just like it's like with Twitter bots, like how they always add you and stuff, and I'm just like, is it just like they're scoping through the videos or something, some bots, or is it actual people happening to stumble upon our video for some reason? I don't know.
Well, anyways, that's why I'm saying just if you could interact with the channel or the video or whatever, if you actually made it this far, and that's another thing. is a
Let
lot
us
of
know
people-
you're not a bot.
A lot of people don't make it this far anyway. So, but that's the show. Thank you. Whatever camera. Bye bye.